So how do you stay productive all the time? It's a good question. A very good question. I think it's how I've managed to so far stay productive at all times is basically to understand like the goal, understand why I'm doing it. All right, so actually break down why I'm doing it and break down what I need to do. So that comes from kind of self diagnosis, self analysis, understanding, like literally be completely honest with yourself. Sit down one day, be completely and utterly honest with yourself, and just look at the areas of your life and just be like, listen, what am I actually good at? Right? What am I like inherently? What can I do that's pretty good? Might not be like expert level, but it's pretty good. Like I can do this more than other people. Maybe like I'm good at that. And then look at the things that really, like what am I actually not good at that I know that if I became good at that thing, it will just improve my life. And just look and just be completely honest and just do a full breakdown of yourself. Now, for me, when I did that, I realized that one thing that I'm not good at is if I'm in like a new situation, kind of with new people, or even if I'm with not people I know, but in a group setting, I might not just necessarily speak. Right? I might not speak. I might not just say what I need to say. All right. I mean, it might come from a confidence. I don't know. Maybe that probably would be the stem. But I wanted to get better at it, and I feel like if I was in that kind of situation, it's kind of a bit nerve-wracking, and it's a little bit like I don't want to do it, and I'll just stay, and I'll just continue being basically not doing that thing. So what I decided to do is I completely acknowledged that fact that is a weakness of mine, and I know that if I was to be able to just confidently be able to speak in a room full of others, it would definitely impact my life in a positive way. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to, put myself in a very uncomfortable situation where I had to present in a bunch like brand new people and a group of people, and I'd be way more engaged in group discussions. And how I've managed to do that is in the voice in my head would be like, oh, I don't need to say anything. I don't need to say anything. It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. And you just like switch. You switch it off. You switch it off, and you just be like, nah, I'm not listening to that. And you just say, you just do the action. And it's a bit nerve-wracking at first, but honestly, the more times you do it, it's a bit empowering, and like you're like, you know what, this is actually not too hard. It's actually pretty calm. It's actually not bad. And then slowly you build that skill, and then you've got the experience, you develop on it, and you just become better at it, and suddenly like that area of your life is done, right? So you just look around you, like look around things that you feel like you're not good at necessarily. And also look at the things that you're good at, but then how could you become even better at it? So I think the key lesson here is basically to have a growth mindset. Because when you have a growth mindset, it means that number one, you only just want to improve. You only just want to improve, and you only just want to do good, and just continue to like develop your skill, your character into something that's just like incredible. Basically, you want to maximize your potential. Absolutely maximize your potential. And I'm not gonna lie, right? It's a bit difficult. I don't in real life, in day-to-day life, it's hard to like come across like I don't know. Maybe it's just where I'm at location wise, but it's hard to find people that kind of have this growth kind of mindset. And I'm not saying this in a kind of a condescending way at all. Like I don't want to be, oh no, look, I've got a growth mindset, you don't, whatever. No, 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 no. I'm just merely stating the fact. Like I've personally, I can't even see many people that have. And I know maybe one or two people, but even that, like it's more so like kind of not the actions that speak, but actually rather than like, oh, like I want to go to the gym and I want to do this and I want to do that, rather than like, you know what, I'm doing this. Because to say I want to is easier, but to say I'm doing this, it's difficult because it requires action. When you say you want to do this, you're kind of like affirming to yourself that, oh, you know, like I want to do this, like I want to get better, whatever. So it's kind of like you're already feeding yourself that satisfaction of achievement, even though it's not actually happened. But honestly, like the plain simple truth is actually just doing the hard work. Literally just dedicated to the start of the year to just be on the grind 24/7, right? I'm literally working all the time, whether it be my day job and then I finish and I work on YouTube. You know, I've literally posted one video every single 3 days, and I'm working to do my like non-YouTube stuff as well. So like things just outside of my own work as well, which do take up a lot of my time. But then there's also personal development. So a lot of things I start kind of I'm using this month as a knowledge acquisition phase. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can about kind of money, so finances. So like for example, I've been reading Alex Hormozy's book, 100 million offers. I've also got 100 million leads, which I haven't read yet, but I'm taking notes. I'm trying to like read up on the areas where I feel like I need more developing on. Again, this comes down to my first point. Identify the areas that you feel like you're not too strong in and just immerse yourself in that subject to the point where you become kind of an expert in that field. To be productive at all times is just simply to acknowledge acknowledge the fact that you're not where you are at the moment, or you're not where you want to be at the moment. You have just scratched the surface of your potential. To have an abundance mindset, meaning sorry, there's a guy behind me just flashed and I'm just like, bro, why? Anyway, meaning whatever you know your potential is ahead. There is literally so much you can do. You know, you're basically operating at a very high frequency here. And then also just knowing that you can improve every single day, and you're actually trying to improve, because that's where the growth mindset comes from.